quick follow up. Yes, we did end up sleeping together. It was actually the next time that I had drove into town. Now, when I drove into town, I ended up staying at a former associate's home, and we were there. We were sitting around having adult drinky drinks and cooking food, stuff like that. And we ended up. She's like, "Hey, do you want to go? You want to go to the club?" Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I do. I went to the car, got my overnight bag, and we got dressed and we headed out. So we get to this particular club, and when we get to this club, um, I was like, let me go ahead and call him and see what he owns, see what he doing. When I called him, he was like that he was busy, that he would call me back when he got done doing what he was doing. So when um when he ended up calling me back, I ended up dropping the location of where I was and ended up outside in the car speaking with him. And I had told my former associate, I just was like, we about to go back to your house. I called her and was like, we're about to go back to your house. And she was like, okay, cool. We get there. We have a couple drinks and the shenanigans was beginning. But when I tell y'all, it was so many red flags. I'm talking about they start turning blue, pink, purple, green, yellow. So many flags. And it was just like, something's off. Something's not right. But when you're in your flesh, and not only are you in your flesh, but you sit up here taking shots. So you're in your flesh. And as the 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 do starts to do, honey, my whole body just completely shut down. I'm so serious. Like it was a light switch, like it was turned all the way on, honey, at the brightest light. And then when I tell y'all that it shut completely off, it was like, nope. And it literally, he was like, can we finish? I'm like, nah, bruh. No. Because I was excited because I was thinking that I was about to make it do what it do, like in the spiritual realm. No. Mm-mm. It did not happen. I said, the Lord, honey, stopped all transactions. Do you hear me? So, them little few minutes, that was it. When I tell y'all that was it and that was all, and it never, ever, ever happened again. But the demonic soul tie was already there. You get what I'm saying? Because when I was out here being naive and not using my discernment and not paying attention to what was being shown to me, didn't know that I had bore a covenant out here playing around in the spiritual realm. So I am now married to this man in the spiritual realm. And I don't think individuals realize you have to get divorced from these people in the spiritual realm. And they fight tooth and nail. Tooth and nail. But when people they don't want to heal their own wounds, they will try and attach themselves to you and make that yoke even stronger. And that's why you have to make sure that you have a steady foundation. You have to make sure that you stay in the word, because I'm not even gonna lie, because yeah, I was staying in the word and stuff like that, but when I tell y'all I was getting so much warfare, I wanted to give up so many times. I wanted to give up so many times, but then, honey, I ain't even gonna lie. I was like, I know that I used to be like, nah, you not winning. You are not winning. I'm gonna fight you tooth and nail as if we fighting in the physical. Like, I'm not letting you win, because when I tell you, honey, look, I used to get down back in the day. You not just finna sit up here and punk me out of nothing. So, um, that bite and that fight is still there, but it was hard because I was hard headed. And I didn't know what was going on, and I didn't know how much witchcraft that I was actually up under. It was so much, man, y'all don't even know. Whoo, Jesus, my God. It was it was crazy, and that's why I say that I was not supposed to have been here, because of how much witchcraft, how much sorcery I was under. And I know for a fact that the people that were doing it were used to people losing their lives either on the spiritual realm or the physical realm. And when they could not take me out, that's what scared them. And so they tried to stay connected. So people, that's why I say your connections matter, because people will try and stay connected to you so that they won't reap what they've sown. And this is not just about my situation, this is about a lot of individual situations, because a lot of people don't even understand or realize that they're in relationships in the spiritual realm. Now, there are some people that know that they're married and they're in relationships in the spiritual realm, and they're fine with that. Some people can't wait to go to sleep. Do you hear me? But there are so many individuals that are up under this covenant of manipulation, under the spell of Jezebel, and they don't even realize it. So that's why I know, and how I know that I was supposed to have put this out, because a lot of individuals are under these same circumstances as I speak right now, and they don't know how to get out of it. They don't know how to speak about it, because they may think that it's all a delusion or um, illusion, but it's not. I know that it's real, and the people that do the things that they do, they know that it's real. Now, what I need for you to do, if I am speaking with you, honey, I need for you to surrender to God. You're going to have to submit. You're going to have to surrender and give your life to God. Because these incubus and succubus demons will fight you tooth and nail for your vessel. And you can't do it out of your strength. You can only do it from the strength of God. He tells you to lean not on your own understanding. Lean not on your own understanding. And it's okay if people don't get it, as long as you get it. As long as God knows that you get it. You can break this curse, you can break this covenant, but you can't fight out of your own strength. You have to seek his face and not and sit and play and be naive or not have self-pity or not think, hey, nobody's here for me. God will not leave you, nor will he forsake you. Just like you came into agreement on that spiritual realm, just like you come into agreement if you see somebody out there on the streets. You come into agreement with God like that. Amos 3:3 says what? Can two walk together except they be agreed? Look, I love you, but God loves you so, so much. Welcome home.